Explosions rocked the Republic of Artsakh.
Azerbaijan launched military action in the Nagorno-Karabakh region on Tuesday, a move that could foreshadow a new war.
On September 19, 2023, explosions shook the Republic of Artsakh, known as the Nagorno-Karabakh. This region, which functioned as de facto part of Armenia, experienced a significant military offensive by Azerbaijan. Shortly after, the Artsakh government announced its dissolution. During this brief conflict, Russia, Armenia's closest ally and security garnitor, did not intervene, allowing Azerbaijan to seize the contested area. As a result, Armenia no longer viewed Russia as a reliable ally or protector, prompting it to seek support from other major powers. One of these new allies is India. Despite India's long-standing special relationship with Russia, it is now venturing into what has traditionally been Russia's sphere of influence. This raises the question, why is India risking its relationship with Russia by providing military support to an Armenia that opposes Russian interests? Before getting into the details, make sure you've subscribed to our channel so you never miss our intriguing content. Armenia-Azerbaijan never-ending disputes. The South Caucasus, home to diverse ethnic groups such as the Georgians, Armenian Christians, and Muslims from Azerbaijan, has long been a region fraught with disputes. These conflicts have roots stretching back to historical connections with the Armenian, Georgian, Persian, and Turkish empires, with territorial claims dating back 2,500 years. However, to grasp the current geopolitical situation, we need to revisit the events of a past century. After World War I, Armenians were grappling with the aftermath of the Armenian genocide, perpetuated by the Turks from 1915 to 1918, during which over 1 million Armenians were killed, and more than 1.5 million were deported, leaving them confined to what is now Armenia and Nagorno-Karabakh, following the Russian Empire's collapse in 1917. Both Armenia and Azerbaijan claimed the Karabakh region, sparking a brief war in 1920. However, Soviet Russia's 11th Red Army intervened, incorporating the area into the Soviet Union by 1921. The Soviets designated Nagorno-Karabakh, an area with a 94% Armenian population, as an autonomous region with the Azerbaijan Soviet Socialist Republic. This conflict was put on hold for the next 70 years, only to resurface when the Soviet Union disintegrated. In 1991, the Azerbaijan and Armenia gaining independence, Nagorno-Karabakh, backed by Armenia, declared itself the Republic of Artsakh, triggering the First Nagorno-Karabakh War with Azerbaijan. By the end of this war, Armenians controlled approximately 9% of the Azerbaijan territory outside of the enclave. Fast forward to 2020, Azerbaijan recaptured lost territories and parts of Artsakh during the Second Nagorno-Karabakh War. In 2023, another large-scale offensive by Azerbaijan brought the entire disputed area under its control, forcing tens of thousands of Armenians to seek refuge in Armenia. Armenia is a member of the Collective Security Treaty Organization, CSTO, a military alliance similar to NATO, which includes Russia and 5 other countries. Although CSTO protocols require member nations to assist if one is attacked, this obligation does not extend to external territorial disputes like Nagorno-Karabakh, which is not officially part of Armenia. Despite being a close ally and security guarantor of Armenia, Russia failed to support Armenia during the conflicts of 2020 and 2023. Consequently, Armenia is no longer sees Russia as a reliable ally or security guarantor and is now actively seeking new defense partnerships. In summary, the South Caucasus' complex history and recent events have significantly impacted the region's geopolitical landscape, prompting Armenia to reconsider its alliances and seek new defense collaborations in the face of changing circumstances. Armenia in search of a new ally. Following its defeat in the Second Karabakh War, Armenia desperately began searching for another ally because their past experiences led them to believe that Russia is not their guarding supporter. Surprisingly, Armenia landed their search on India, whereas Indians' interest in the American region is multifaceted, partly driven by the desire to counter Turkey, which supports Pakistan's claim on Jammu and Kashmir and Indian territory. Turkey's backing stems from its ambition to create a pan-Turkic empire, uniting all Turkic-speaking nations, a vision guiding Ankar's foreign policy. This was evident in 2020 when Azerbaijan, reportedly with Turkey's guidance, attacked the Artsakh region. Turkey's direct involvement, including supplying weapons and troops, marked by its peak of its pan-Turkism policy, aggressively pursued by President Erdogan, and highlighted his speech during Azerbaijan's victory celebrations. Turkey and Azerbaijan are pushing for the proposed Zangezur corridor, linking them through Armenia's disrupted Zangezur region, which heightens Armenia's concerns. As a non-Turkish nation, Armenia is seen as a barrier to a pan-Turkic empire, raising fears of a joint Turkish offensive to annex the Zangezur region in the future. Interestingly, India was reportedly shipping arms to Armenia through Iran, crossing over the Nordi's border point. This is notable because Tehran and Moscow were allied against the West, yet Iran agreed to help Indians supply weapons in Russia's sphere of influence. However, this changed when Iran blocked these shipments in April 2024, possibly due to the pressure from Russia, which supplied 94% of Armenia's weapons until 2020. Russia is also very wary of Turkey's ambitions, especially since Turkey is a NATO member. An expansion of Turkey's influence would mean an expansion of NATO's influence, potentially reaching as far as Turkmenistan. This is something Putin cannot afford, and he will do everything to prevent other powers from establishing influence in that region, whether they are friends or foes. Given the geopolitical dynamics, India's involvement actually aligns with Russia's interests because it could keep Armenia away from Western influence. While Armenia may currently express anti-Russian sentiments, it remains a valuable ally for Moscow in the region. Russia does not want Armenia to shift its alliance towards the West and become another NATO proxy. Iran's motive for helping India largely stems from Israel's backing of Azerbaijan. From 2016 to 2020, Israel supplied 70% of Azerbaijan's arsenal, giving them an advantage in the 2020 war against Armenia. Israel's interest in the region is driven by a desire to counter its biggest adversary, Iran. This existence of pro-Israeli Azerbaijan on Iranian's northern border poses a security threat to the Iranian regime, compounded by the large Azeri population in western Iran. These are fears that Israel and the US could exploit in their influence over Azerbaijan to incite anti-Iranian activities among the Iranian Azeris. Therefore, both Russia and Iran prefer a strong and stable Armenia to safeguard their interests in the region. For India, its recent military exports to Armenia signal a willingness to abandon its non-aligned stance to protect its interests. Whether this move by India will work in its favor or against it remains to be seen. India-Armenia relations, weapon trades, and what does the future hold? In recent years, the relationship between India and Armenia has experienced substantial growth, particularly in the defense sector. This partnership has been driven by shared strategic interests in the dynamic geopolitical landscape of the South Caucasus region. Following Karabakh War, India emerged as a crucial ally, supplying Armenia with vital military equipment to enhance its defense capabilities. Among the significant arms and weapons provided by India are 4 Swathi weapon locating radars, which is designed to detect and track incoming artillery and rocket fire, thereby bolstering Armenia's defensive operations. Additionally, India has also supplied Armenia with anti-tank guiding missiles, essential for countering armored threats on the battlefield. Armenia has also received Pinka multi-barrel rocket launchers from India, which can deliver high volume of firepower swiftly, making them a valuable asset in modern warfare scenarios. Further enhancing Armenia's firepower, India has provided 150 to 170 artillery guns, worth $155 million. These artillery systems significantly bolster Armenia's ground combat capabilities. Beyond these major systems, India has supplied various other munitions and equipment as part of a broader $250 million defense deal, further solidifying this defense cooperation. Furthermore, establishing a presence in South Caucasus allows India to extend its geopolitical influence beyond South Asia, protecting power and securing strategic interests in the new region. A future in Indian-Armenia relationship looks promising, with several potential developments on the horizon. Expanded defense cooperation is likely as Armenia continues to modernize its military, with India playing a key role in supplying advanced defense technologies and providing training. This could include more sophisticated weaponry and joint military exercises, further enhancing Armenia's defense capabilities. In addition to defense, there are opportunities for India and Armenia to collaborate in areas such as information technology, education, and infrastructure development. Strengthening economic ties will further solidify the bilateral relationship, creating a foundation for broader cooperation. Diplomatic support is another crucial aspect, with India potentially continuing to advocate for Armenia's interests in international forums, helping to counterbalance pressures from Turkey and Azerbaijan. As Armenia seeks new alliances following its strained relations with Russia, India could become an increasingly significant strategic partner. This shift would enhance India's role in the South Caucasus and contribute to regional stability. Both countries stand to benefit from a strengthened partnership, which promises to bring mutual advantages in terms of security, economic development, and geopolitical influence. The deepening ties between India and Armenia reflect a strategic alignment that is believed to shape the future of the region, promoting stability and cooperation in the face of evolving challenges. And there you have it. That's all about today's video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel up until now, subscribe for more exciting documentaries.